Zhengzi once said that there are 3 kinds of filial piety. The greatest is to honor and respect your parents. The next is not to bring them shame. And the lowest is simply to provide for them. Confucius added that today many consider filial piety only as the ability to support their parents. But even dogs and horses can be fed. If there is no respect and reverence for one's parents, then what difference does it make? Isn't this true? Many believe that just by providing for their parents, they have fulfilled their duty of filial piety. Yet they do not realize that the highest form of filial devotion lies in the way we treat them. Too often, we give ourselves the right not to be tolerant with those closest to us. Our parents are the ones closest to us. Even when there is a generational gap between us, that distance can never erase the love they hold for their children. It is a sacred kind of love that words can never fully describe. In the eyes of parents, we are forever their little children. But sadly, some people are quick to criticize their parents, believing that their own knowledge surpasses theirs, sometimes even holding them in contempt. For example, some children try to teach their parents how to use a phone, but if the parents still do not understand after being told a few times, the children lose patience, raise their voice, and show anger. When parents are deceived into buying poor quality goods or lose money in a scam, the children blame and reproach them harshly. When parents show bad habits, instead of being tolerant, some grow irritated, demanding that their parents live according to their own ways. Let us remember, when we were just learning to walk, our parents were the ones who tirelessly taught us to stand, guided our first steps, and gently caught us whenever we fell. When the world was new to us as children, our parents were there, patiently teaching us about everything for the first time. Now, the world changes at a dizzying pace. While parents grow old, it becomes harder for them to keep up with the times, and many things they face are first times for them as well. But who will patiently teach and guide them, as they once did for us? Too often, we assume they should simply know these things, and we fail to show them tolerance and patience. The philosopher Zhou Guoping said, "Nitpicking with loved ones is instinct, but overcoming that instinct and showing tolerance to family is true cultivation." We are born as children, but one day, we must take on the role of caretakers for our parents. In this life, we must treat them kindly in their old and vulnerable years. Be more forgiving, more compassionate, more caring, just as they were with us when we were small. The ancients said, "A petty person remembers grievances, while a noble person remembers kindness." Indeed, those who harbor resentment, especially toward their parents, only make life harder for themselves. There is a story of a girl who had a fierce quarrel with her mother and stormed out of the house. Hungry and wandering the streets, she was offered a bowl of noodles by a kind stranger. She thought, "Even a stranger shows me kindness, while my own mother told me never to return." She believed her mother loved her less than a stranger. Yet a bowl of noodles, though touching, is but a fleeting kindness, while the years of sacrifice and care from her parents are far greater, though often taken for granted. Think about it, how often do we remember only the mistakes of our parents and forget their love and goodness? Even gold is never pure, how can humans be flawless? Our parents, too, are imperfect. So let us forgive and be patient with their shortcomings. This is the truest form of filial piety. In the past, filial piety was always placed above all virtues. Even today, some employers ask job applicants about their relationship with their parents. Many also choose life partners based on whether they live in harmony and respect with their parents. After all, those who cannot be tolerant with their parents often struggle with relationships in society. There are those who can forgive the world but not their own parents. Those who are unfilial may also cause pain in their marriages and fail to raise grateful children. Mencius once said, "Only those who are filial to their parents can live with fewer worries." Living with filial piety makes life smoother. When we are not ashamed in our hearts, life leaves no regrets. We all know that as long as our parents are alive, we have a place to call home. But when they are gone, all that remains is a homeland we can only visit. So, while we still can, let us treat kindly the place we belong to, the loving home where our parents wait for us. Living with filial devotion brings true happiness. When young, Our parents were full of vigor. In middle age, they could still run, strive, and pursue their goals. But in old age, even the simplest tasks can become difficult, sometimes even unwrapping a piece of candy. In those moments, do not despise their weakness. Be patient, for one day, we too will reach that stage. The elderly may nag, repeat themselves, or ask endless questions. Yet behind that fussing lies their care for us. Do not resent it, for if we push them away, one day their voices will fall silent, and we will long to hear them again but never can. With age, people move slower and forget more. They may say something and forget it a moment later. When this happens, recall your own clumsy steps as a child, and remember how patient they were with you. Be patient with them now. Over time, parents lose their strength and complain more often. Do not be irritated. Show understanding and compassion. Illness and weakness will inevitably come. In their suffering, they may groan in pain, and you may need to pause your life to care for them. Do not resent this, for one day, you too will be old and frail, and your children will learn from the way you treat your parents. The writer Lao Shi once said, even at 80 or 90, as long as one's parents live, one can still be a child at heart. But once parents are gone, we are like flowers in a vase, still beautiful, but without roots. Parents are like the string to a kite, the roots of a great tree, the sails of a ship. All their lives, parents want nothing more than to see their children do better. When we live with our parents, happiness should outweigh the feeling of burden. Who knows what ties of fate we created in past lives that allow us to be family in this one. As children, let us live with tolerance. Let us honor filial piety to the fullest. Forbearance and patience are the most precious forms of filial devotion we can offer to our parents.